Hey guys, this is Pharaoh2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path. Last time we left off, we were trying to connect Simon Keyes to the murder and everything, but he's definitely just hard to, really connect and whatnot. He's crazy, essentially. Pretty much is crazy. And we made a few discoveries here and there, like how he used the hot air balloon to get Kay up in the roof, and how the body double apparently shot at him, so how guns connected. But he's kind of saying that John is the one, doesn't prove that he actually killed him, and then he's still saying that John did it. So let's see what he has to say about the murder of the double. Manipulating humans into fighting with each other. Sounds just like me, right? I did the same thing to Knightley and Blaze. At any rate, there's no way a body double could have gone through for a ride in my balloon. The double was crushed by the monster's head, right? And who was it that caused the monster's head to fall? Do you understand now who the body double's real killer is? The truth I provided them, what the freaking hell am I trying to say? The truth I provided them with gave them a big motive for murder. I cannot talk. Get it? Those two try to kill each other because of the truth you're so fond of. Impossible. Hey, you detectives over there, hurry up and arrest the murderer. What's wrong? Why aren't you moving? Damn! I thought so. Just admit it. In the end, aren't you all the same as Blaze and a body double? You ignore the prime suspect and come after me without any evidence. How easily it can be distorted to best suit your needs, this law you all believe in. That is by no means true. If you're not going to arrest anyone, maybe I should have a talk with the policeman outside. If I tell them that John Marsh is the killer, they'll be forced to take action. Simon Keyes, your testimony isn't over yet. Really? I figured you'd try to stop me, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any evidence, do you? Which means there's no chance for you to win now, right? But if you still plan to stop me, you should be prepared to take on this much risk. Oh, freaking A. Oh! What? That much? It's only natural. After all, the fate of the true culprit, John Marsh, is at stake here. Hey, Miles. Why don't you take a nice deep breath? Mr. Shields? In times like this, you should take a breather and think back. Defense attorneys always remain calm in a pinch and smile in the face of danger. The point of contention between your logic and his claims lies in the body double's escape route. How's about, for example, we think about it like this. What's important isn't whether or not the body double got on the balloon, but rather, if we were to assume he did, what circumstances would have allowed for that? Turn my thinking around. A turnabout! Oh! Well, all I'm doing is a cheap imitation of your old man. Did it help? Circumstances that would have allowed the body double to get on the balloon? That's right. The body double not only had a large build, but he also had a gun. In spite of that, no traces of sleeping drugs were found in his system. Which means it can't be. Mr. Edgeworth, are you ready yet? Hope you haven't forgotten about this. No, I already know. Ugh, this is bad. I must break his testimony somehow. So something's telling me, from what Ray told me, is maybe things aren't as they seem to be. Now, if he was even trying to shoot Simon in the hot air balloon, we gotta say, why the hell would he even get on there? But he's saying he had a large build. Here's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that him being crushed, I'm not sure if that's actually, well, no, he had contusions and whatever, but resulting from... You know what? Hold on, let me take a look at the autopsy report. 'Cause I want to see something. It says crushed to death. Contusions and bone fractures found across the body resulting from tremendous pressure. See, what's kind of getting me is, like, it doesn't necessarily say it was crushed to death, but I think we can assume it was. But what happens if maybe... What happens if maybe he was trying to get into the balloon? Maybe he fell? Because it doesn't... it's like, that's the only way he could escape through the roof. But... I don't know. I'm gonna press here, see what else, we'll see what I can figure out. If the same thing, the Nightling Blade is okay. At any rate, there's no way to buy them. Just press on that. That's the only way to buy double could have gotten off the tower. Well, let's suppose that was the case. Even if I had carried a body double down, what's the problem with that? So you admit it! You did carry a body double! Let's not make a fuss over absurd opinions, Mr. Edgeworth. That's just not like you. You think a body double held me at gunpoint and asked me to go on a sightseeing joyride? There's no way that could have happened. And you know that full well, don't you? It's possible you negotiated with him by using information about John as a bribe. But he shot at me, remember? There's just no way we could negotiate. Well, in that case, what if he used sleeping drugs and transported him while he was knocked out? Then allow me to ask, had they detected any traces of sleeping drugs from him, from his body? Ugh, it's no good. I can't find any openings. Miss Edgeworth, isn't there something more interesting we should be talking about? It's crushed by the monster's head. Something tells me that this is what's up. I mean, from what Ray was saying, I think we have it wrong here. Allow me to propose a question. Was the body double really crushed beneath the monster's head? For a genius prosecutor, you sure are quick to withdraw your previous statements. Weren't you the one who deduced that he was crushed by the monster's head to begin with? Indeed, I certainly came to that conclusion once before. However, that was when we knew of nothing else that was capable of crushing him to death. Knew? Why the past tense? It's not like there's anything else now, you know. The body double was crushed to death by the monster's head. That is an unshakable fact. Ugh. Is there nothing else? Some decisive evidence that connects this man to the crushed president? How unsightly, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you stop this useless struggle? Besides, don't you already know who the culprit is? Remember. Okay. Something... It has to do with this statement. Because... From what Ray said and what I'm thinking... I think we've only been assuming he was crushed by the head. So I guess we can say what else could he be crushed by. And honestly, the only thing that we have that in our evidence that could do the same thing would be the balloon. But I can't think of it how it would do so, but well, it could be possible that maybe I don't know. Was a body double hanging from it and he like landed on him and crushed him like that? I don't know. But I would think he can get crushed by it, so I think this is it. Alright. John was not the one who killed the body double. He was crushed by a monster. Quit clowning around! This isn't like you at all! Oh, I get it. Since John is supposed to understand the heart of a monster. The one who understands the heart of a monster is you. Not even I have monsters for friends, you know. Stop being so modest. Didn't you have one very important friend? A monster you control at will? Simon Keys, you're the one who killed the body double. That's... the lion balloon. A monster made of cloth that expands when filled with hot air. It suits you quite well, wouldn't you agree? Sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. You've been fixated on your claim that you manipulate Jai on the body double. Probably because it's an impossible fantasy of yours. After all, even an animal tamer cannot tame the dead. The body double had already been murdered while he was on the roof. And the murder weapon was the balloon you were in. Ugh! I see. Although it floats in the air, that balloon still weighs several hundred pounds. When the body double threatened you on the rooftop, you immediately came up with a plan to defend yourself. And that plan was to crush him with your balloon. Whether body double wanted to get on, or that he was carrying a gun, none of that matters. Because what you carry in your balloon is the body double's corpse. Okay, so what we're saying here is he landed on top of him, and I placed him down there. Wouldn't that be kind of easy to avoid, though, I would think? But, never mind, I don't know. Hold on a second, Mr. Edgeworth. You're saying that double was killed on a rooftop 2 nights ago? Well, that simply doesn't match up with the time of death. What? Did you say? That's not like you at all, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a good look at the autopsy report. The time of death was around 11 p.m. last night! What? Last night? That's right. The very night that Mozilla's head fell. Oh boy. Well, Johnny boy, come on. How about telling us the truth? You killed your father, right? I know the feeling. You hated him, didn't you? Your father who left you all alone forever. You're wrong. I had no idea that guy was my dad. Not this again. Didn't I personally tell you myself? Was my logic wrong? Mr. Edgeworth, allow me to thank you once again for chasing down Blaze and Patricia and bringing them both to ruin. My revenge was a success, all thanks to your logic! If only a time of death matched up, then my logic would fit. Perhaps he did something to throw off the time of death? And what's more, Dane Gustavia, was it? You even took down the culprit of the IS-7 incident! Dane Gustavia? An IS-7 incident? That's it! Gustavia killed Dover and hid his body in a block of ice! So, are we saying that he froze the body somehow? They're both crazy. Both crazy. It's a shame that I didn't get to witness his can't say it now. Destruction. The hell was I trying to say? I think I was trying to say discrimination, or for whatever damn reason. How can you say that? Wasn't Mr. Gustavia your father, Simon? I'm scared. I'm so scared. Miss Rowland keeps asking me about that day. Daddy, help me. Why won't you come save me? Is it because I broke my promise with you and didn't eat your sweets? I couldn't care less. My father left me all alone. Even if we shared the same blood, that man is not my father. I hate to say it, but like father, like son. Hey, I named my episode a couple days ago like that. Maybe I should have named this one that. Whatever. You're the spitting image of him, Simon. The father you hated so much. Huh? What are you talking about? Must have been fate. By sheer coincidence, you just happened to use the exact same method your father did. To throw off the victim's time of death! Refrigerator warehouse and the refrigeration wasn't on, I think. You're saying I threw off the time of death? How would I have done that? The answer lies in where you hid the body double's body. This was the place you used to hide the body. Shoot. Well, we heard fireworks. So, we know that was from the Sunshine Coliseum. Didn't they get them from the Waste Center? I thought, or was it Sunshine Warehouse? I'm gonna try it here. Throwing off the time is up by freezing the body, along with John's kidnapping. It seems that everything is coming together. Kidnapping? Why are we going back to that? I don't know a thing about it. Don't forget, John was confined in a refrigerator warehouse. That's right. You kept the body double's corpse in that very same warehouse. 18 years ago, your father hid a body in the same way. What? My father, the one who abandoned me, did the same thing? Who would have guessed that both father and son would use the same method? Stop it! Don't lump me into that guy! My father, I'm nothing like him! There's not a single connection between us! Objection. You may think so, but even now, your bond, Mr. Gustavus, still remains. Didn't you say once before, I don't like sweets? Well, that may have came from the shock of losing your father, don't you think? You guys have no idea what you're saying! Even if you deny your father, aren't your thoughts and actions the same? Particularly your belief of sacrificing others to protect yourself. And finally, your crimes were brought to light just as his were! I'm tired. Just kidding. You freaking bastard. I don't know anything about that warehouse. I had nothing to do with that kidnapping after all. Oh, damn it all. I thought I was done. In order to threaten Judge Courtney, it's clear that you partook in the kidnapping. Oh, scary. Those who get involved with you will be charged with all sorts of crimes. In the end, there's no evidence for the instigation and for the kidnapping. None at all. And what? Are you gonna forge some evidence? Just like blaze an arrest? I'll do nothing of the sort. I can't let him provoke me. You always say, I'll pursue the truth no matter what. Right? Huh. Don't you mean only the truth that's most convenient to you? After all, that's how the police will rule over the eyes of those without power. And that time my revenge was necessary. None of you can catch me! Not Patricia, not Blaze, and not even you! Mr. Edgeworth, at this rate, isn't there something, anything we can do? Even though my logic points to this man, I just need evidence. Even a single piece of evidence would suffice. Well, it's been a fun show, but it looks like it's time for the curtains to close. If you'd like, why don't you come and see my next performance? I'll let you if you admit defeat. Crazy bastard. Who said it? Who said it? Come on, damn it. Who was that? Gummy! Oh, sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Edgeworth. Gummy, where'd you go? I was just doing a job I'm able to do, pal. Detective Gumshoe, your report, please. I did a quick investigation, sir, and the warehouse about the warehouse John was at. Oh boy. That refrigerator warehouse is currently being rented by the Berry Big Circus, just as Mr. Edgeworth said. Bum, bum, look at that. So it's finally here. Our trump card. Well done, Detective Gumshoe. Now then, Mr. Keys. There must be some mistake. Maybe it has something to do with the circus. I see. Indeed, we are not well informed of the affairs of the circus. In my case, why don't we get your boss's opinion on this? Regina. Yeah, he didn't see that one coming. We're renting a refrigerator warehouse to store the animals' food, but I don't know much about the place. After all, I let Simon handle everything. Ha ha! Oh, take that. Curse you! Go, Simon! How scary! What a shame. It seems your desperate actions after a crime were in vain. If the body was found in the warehouse, suspicion would have fallen on you, the one in charge. That's why you specifically moved the body back to the Grand Tower, wasn't it? However, us finding John confined at the warehouse is a fatal mistake on your part. Our resident great thief and detective are both rather exemplary. What's wrong? I can even tell your face paint that you're looking pale. It's not over yet, Mr. Edgeworth. Your logic is missing the most important piece of evidence. Oh? Please do tell. Isn't it obvious? Evidence that I killed the body double with a balloon! You can't present it, can you? After all, there's no way such evidence could possibly exist. The evidence? It exists. What'd you say? If Mr. Keyes murdered a victim, traces of their murder should still remain here. Huh. Damn, guys. Let's think. Okay, and I don't think it's hard. Traces the murder. So, look at a crime scene. We know that what was left behind was the gunpowder residue and the stain from the lion lilies. Now, let's say he was crushed by the balloon. There should be something. Check it. Well, I really can't tell, but that looks a little bit yellowish here. I think we might have just kind of solved this. The thing is, guys, I'm not sure how much longer this is gonna go. You know what? Next episode, I'm gonna save it until then, because I don't know if I'm almost done with this or not. But I want to be sure if it's gonna be a finale or not. So, I may be cheating a little bit here, but I'm just gonna kind of see if I can look up to see if I'm near the end. And if I am, then I'll just make the next episode, a finale. Just give me a quick second. Yep. It seems like I'm just about finished with this, so that means in the next episode, I'm wrapping everything up. And we'll get ourselves a grand finale for the grand turnabout of this grand game. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you for the finale of Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path. I'll see you guys later.